Welcome to today's market report. European stock markets have seen opening mostly higher on Wednesday, taking their lead from a record-breaking session on Wall Street as the global economic outlook improves based on optimism over potential coronavirus vaccines. DAX future traded 0.3% lower, CAC 40 climbed 0.2%, FTSE 100 contract in the UK rose 0.3%. Overnight, the Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 1.5% to close above 30,000 for the first time, while the S&P 500 gained 1.6% to 3,635.41, also a record high. The Nasdaq added 1.3%. Increased certainty in the U.S. political process with President-elect Joe Biden finally formally beginning the transition to the White House has helped market confidence. But the major factor has been growing optimism that vaccines to treat COVID-19 will be available soon. With AstraZeneca reporting positive results for its candidate on Monday, Pfizer and BioNTech have already filed for emergency use authorization for their drugs, while Moderna said last week it expects to submit its filing in the coming weeks after establishing its drug's effectiveness. Workable vaccines are desperately needed, with the latest European PMI data pointing to a double-dip recession on the back of the recent government-mandated restrictions. Some governments have started scaling back these lockdowns ahead of the important Christmas shopping period, but German Chancellor Angela Merkel is set to propose a further tightening of the country's coronavirus restrictions until at least 20th of December. The European data slate is largely empty on Wednesday, but there are a lot of important numbers due out of the US ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, including jobless claims and the latest GDP release. In corporate news, Swiss-based chemicals business Clariant plans to cut around 1,000 jobs amid a series of divestments. Oil prices continued to push higher on Wednesday despite data pointing to a build in US crude supplies, as traders look to future increases in demand on the back of expectations of a prompt rollout of COVID-19 vaccines. Crude futures traded 0.5% higher at $45.12 per barrel. Brent contract rose 0.8% to $48.14 per barrel, with both benchmarks above the $45 mark for the first time since March. Gold futures fell 0.1% to $1,802.75 per ounce, earlier dropping through the $1,800 level for the first time since July. On the FX front, GBP/USD remains choppy inside a narrow trading range, currently around 133.77, while heading into Wednesday's London Open. The pair traders mark indecisiveness amid a lack of major data events as well as mixed clues for Brexit. Also challenging the pair's move could be the cautious mood ahead of UK's autumn forecast statement and US GDP, not to forget FOMC minutes. According to the UOB Group, cable looks firm and could advance to the area past 134 as long as it trades above 132. Although the Labour Party leader Sir Keir Starmer is expected to back a Brexit deal to try to win back the North, his allies claim, per The Sun, mixed signals from Tories and US President-elect Joe Biden's interference spoiled the mood. UK Senior Minister Michael Gove said that the EU must move too if there is to be a Brexit deal. On the other hand, Biden insists no Irish boundaries during his first comments after getting rights to have access to information prepared for US President. Britain's Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders pushed negotiators for a deal by the end of 2020, as failure to do so could cost the sector £55.4 billion in tariffs by 2025. Also flashing red signals for no-deal Brexit were from the BOE Governor Andrew Bailey, who tried to tame British Finance Minister Sunak's comments suggesting the UK will remain a global leader for asset management after Brexit. Against this backdrop, the British government is on track to borrow roughly £400 billion this financial year, making it the highest level since 1944 compared to the GDP. Even so, Chancellor Sunak is expected to announce extra spending to ease the backlog in the health system, counter a surge in unemployment, and build a new infrastructure in a one-year spending review that he is due to deliver to Parliament at around 12:30 today. Eurodollar is trading around 119 as the pair creeps ever close to its range high at 190.20. The US dollar continued to weaken, with riskier currencies more in vogue, trading at 92.052. Dollar yen was at 104.44. This is today's market news. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.